This right here, childhood classic right there. Man, Fantastic Four from 2005. I loved that movie as a kid. Rewatched it a lot. Loved it then. Very much like it now. Rewatched it a few days ago. And question is, does it hold up? Yes and no. It's definitely not as good as the presidency that we have today of modern day comic book movies. But early 2000s had their good and had their bad. I feel like this is somewhere in the middle where it's got great moments and bad moments. But that was kind of just a product of its time. So the basic plot of this movie is Reed Richards and his friend Ben Grimm go to Reed's college rival, Victor Von Doom. Victor Von Doom. Totally doesn't sound like a villainous name. And ask him if they could use his space station to go up and study a cosmic energy cloud. Victor is hesitant at first, but he does let them use the space station, and the cloud does inevitably explode, giving Reed, Ben, Victor, and the two tag-alongs of Sue Storm, Victor's girlfriend and business partner, and Reed's former girlfriend, ooh, drama, and her brother, who tagged along, who I don't really know why he was there, because he didn't really provide anything of smarts to provide. Like, these others were scientists, and others of who could provide information on... They just had smarts to go along with them. Felt like this was like the guy, like, oh yeah, you can come along too, come on! And Space Cloud explodes, giving them superpowers! Ah man, early 2000s, really anything in that time frame gave you superpowers. Which the plot of them going to space actually goes by a lot quicker than I remember it ever being. It comes in like the first 10 minutes or so. And good idea, don't keep me waiting. Let's get the action started. Let's get the Fantastic Four going. Quick side note, I remember having the video game of Fantastic Four on the PS2. I don't know why. I could not get past that space mission, the beginning one, for the life of me as a kid. I don't know if I was just a dumb kid or something, but it was difficult for me as a kid. Now, before I fully get into the movie, I do want to talk about the cast a little bit, starting with Ian Gruffin? I think that's how you say his name. I'm not too sure. If it's not, I apologize. I really like him as Reed Richards. Like, when I think of the character of Reed Richards, I think of his face. I think of this movie. He's truly a smart man. When I think of like Fantastic Four related things, I think of him. Just kind of be solidified as that. I would kind of like to see him back in Secret Wars. And with Mr. Fantastic's cameo in Multiverse of Madness, I kind of wish it was Ian instead of John Krasinski. Believe me, I love The Office. It's my all-time favorite show. But I was okay with Krasinski because that's an amazing fan cast, and for the 3 minutes he was there before he got sliced in half, I really liked it. Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. I don't know if she's not a great actress. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else besides these Fantastic Four movies. But man, she is a bland actress. She's great eye candy. And that's kind of why they shot the scene on the bridge. But that's really about it. She just kind of felt like girl of the team. And that's just sad because I know Sue Storm is a great character in the comics. Come on, Vanessa Kirby, do this character justice. And my man, Chris Evans as Captain America, I mean Johnny Storm. He's kind of a cocky ladies man where he's a lovable jerk. A little too much of a jerk sometimes. I thought he was a little too mean to Ben sometimes. But he does redeem himself by the end, and you do grow to care about the guy. Crazy how he went from Flame On to Avengers Assemble to back to Flame On.
Avengers Flame On! Sorry, what now?
And Michael Chiklis as The Thing. I don't know much about The Thing, But from what I do know, he does a really damn good job. This is a really good interpretation of the Thing. Like I said with Ian, that Michael Chiklis' version is kind of the version I think about when I think of the Thing. And the suit, well, it looks fantastic. I didn't realize this until my last rewatch. This guy is really the heart and soul of this film. He really makes you feel for him, of the battling mindset of, do I want to stay this way or do I want to go back to normal? His life sucks after this, which you feel awful for the guy. He has to go around in public in a fedora and a coat, which I love that in movies. You're a completely different person if you wear a coat and a hat. Clark Kent syndrome. Put on some glasses on the guy, completely different person. And he goes back home to show his wife. She comes out, sees him. What does she do? Accept him for the husband that he is, realizes his unfortunate circumstances, accepts him for who he is. No, she does not. Runs away. And Ben is so distraught by this that it looks like he goes to a bridge to kill himself. And he sees another guy doing it. He stops that guy. He falls off the support of the bridge. And a whole Final Destination-esque scene happens. Oh my god, domino effect after domino effect. And I want to say this is the first time in a comic book movie that we actually see the trope of a strong character shouldering the front of a truck and bending it. I think this was the first time. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen that in a comic book movie in a long time. Eventually the rest of the team comes over and sees the tens upon thousands of dollars of destruction that's happening in this non-stop accident, and they help out. They may have caused a lot of damage, but they did save a lot of lives, so they kind of outweighs each other. They get applauded, and the cherry on top, Ben's wife comes over, and what does she do to honor the guy who just saved thousands of lives? Takes the wedding ring off, places it on the ground, runs away. Officially calls off their marriage. Wow.
What a bitch.
And Doctor Doom, played by Julian McMahon, one of the coolest characters ever in comic books. Not in this one. Not in this movie. He sucked in this. I mean, he's got cool moments and all, but the suit looks good. I like the suit. It's really all I can say about it. His skin slowly turning into metal and just looking all gross and cringy. And that was cool, I'll give it that. He was such a generic villain. How? How do you do injustice to one of the greatest villains ever? His whole thing was, I want money, I want power, and I'm gonna kill everyone till I have it. What a generic villain. Alright, I found someone who's willing to argue for Doom as a villain.
I need to defend this fella. You can't just say that he is bad. He's not.
How?
Well.
Generic.
No, he's not. Okay.
I defend it.
Really it didn't remind you anybody? Any other villain?
No.
Okay. It's a person who is really powerful, really rich, and really smart. Working for a company with his own name in it.
Donald Trump?
No! It's a person really powerful, really rich, smart as fuck. With a company with their own name.
Osborn.
Uh-huh. What happened to Osborn? Remind me what happened to Osborn after his experiment failed.
He got screwed over by his guys.
Mm-hmm. By the investors. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Even when they pushed him in the first place. And after that, what he did? After he got screwed. And he got kicked out for his own company.
Went insane.
Mm-hmm. So, now what happened with Victor? After all these Fantastic Four happened.
Their colleagues.
Mm-hmm. After all these Fantastic Four happened, they gave him only 1 week to fix it. And then, I'm pretty sure if you pay attention to the movie, it didn't even pass the week.
Probably
in
not.
just a
It was-
couple days.
I feel like the whole movie was about a week, if
yeah,
anything.
Yeah, in just a couple days, they were like, you know what? You're done. We're kicking you out from your own company.
That's
They
mean.
didn't say the exact same words, but kind of.
Yeah.
Because Osborn said, I started this company. You have any idea how much I sacrificed for this? And now you're kicking me out? What Doom said?
I don't remember.
Well, Doom said, as I said, not the exact same words, but kind of. He said, you have no idea how much money I've been putting in this company.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same. Both made sacrifices. Both had to put their name and their money, their faces. They were public people for the company. The company became what it was because of them. So obviously, after that was taken away from them, all that effort to the toilet because of those morons, they became crazy. They
It's kind of
kind of
understandable.
went to the dark side, if that makes sense.
Kind of understandable.
So now that I put that in perspective, why do you think Doom is a forgettable character?
He was the trope of evil businessman. A lot of the movie is spent on discovering and researching the powers, and when they do finally get the grasp on them, it doesn't really seem like they want them. Really, the only person that seems like they want the actual powers is Johnny. And that's because he's having fun with it. He's trying to do fun stuff with it. So we finally get a fight between Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four. Finally. I've heard people don't really like this fight. I'm a fan. I liked it as a kid, rewatching it. I like it now. It's actually really entertaining. I like how they kind of go across a few different places, like going from building to building, going out of one into another, into a pool, onto the street. I think that's really cool. Change location. Adapt to your environment. I think that's really cool. I do really like the setup for it, though, where Doom has frozen Reed. He took the powers away from one person, and he thinks he killed the other. Makes sense. And Ben breaks through the wall, screaming,
It's clobbering time!
The team comes together finally, and has become a fantastic unit, and are now going to take out Doom. To finally come together as a team, and fight off Doom, and defeat him with science. And the team defeats Doom. They have a party on a boat. Johnny makes a flaming four in the sky. And everyone lives happily ever after. Until the sequel. Overall thoughts on Fantastic Four. I really like it. It's a childhood favorite for me. And I still think it's really good. I can see the problems in it. But I had a really good time. I had fun watching this. It's got a really silly plot. But it's an early 2000s comic book movie. What do you expect out of it? They were filled with cheesiness. I can't help it. It's a guilty pleasure for me. I know it's not great, but I really like it. If I'm giving it a grade, I'm probably giving it a B. Tell me your opinion on this very divisive movie. Are you going to rewatch it before the new one comes out in a couple of weeks? I know I'm going to definitely watch the other two. Stay safe, stay sexy, stay fantastic.